Good morning. Let's start the week practice. Another week, another Monday, where we can start by feeling good about being there and showing up for ourselves. So let's sit comfortably and start stretching just gently. Always be very gentle with the neck. We don't need to hardly stretch anything on the neck when we are cold, when we haven't had the time to warm up, because the neck is an area that is very sensitive. So this is something that we'll be working towards the whole week, just how to stretch, how to move, and how to become more supple without overstretching. So as we sit in the center, align the spine, relax the shoulders, lengthen the neck, close your eyes, and a deep breath in and out. Relaxing the eyelids, relaxing the jaw, and deepening your breath. Perhaps some days we need one deep breath, some other days perhaps we need more than one. So you just adapt these first few moments of the practice so we can start noticing, so we can then start taking responsibility on what to do depending on how we feel, on how we want to feel. So when we are on our own the rest of the day, then we can do so. Directing the breath all the way towards the lower part of the abdomen. Making the breath nice and long. With the next inhalation, bring the palms together at the level of the heart. As we press the palms together, we feel the upper body slightly engaged. Heart center, the arms, the shoulders, the upper back. But allow the abdomen to be soft so we can keep breathing with the abdomen. Keep expanding as we inhale and relaxing as we exhale. And keeping that gaze up to connect not only with our heart but also with our intuition, to strengthen that connection, to strengthen that trust, that confidence on ourselves, so we can take decisions from a safe place, from a place of love and confidence. So we start now with a gratitude practice. You can relate it to that, to yourself, and then you can choose something else that is external, someone else, something physical. You choose. And then set your intentions for this practice for today. You can even set your intentions for the week, where we'll be bringing full awareness in each movement, each stretch, taking care of our body. Inhale and raise the palms up. Exhaling slowly, lowering down. Rest them on your lap. Relax the shoulders. And a deep breath in and out. if you're playing, so open your eyes. Understand? So we're going to start by crossing the legs on the other way. And then we place the hands on the knees. And we start with cat-cow in the sitting position. So we bring the shoulders back as you can, and then the chest forward and up. And the head is the least important thing, especially when we start warming up. So in this position, then we're going to be moving and having the deeper stretch in the middle of the chest, in the sternum, or in the middle of the back. And then engaging really well with the shoulders, and then allow the neck to stretch, and in the same towards the back. Even if the head doesn't go back, it doesn't really matter. We're going to be focusing more shoulders and spine and towards the middle. So when you're ready, roll the shoulders back. And as we exhale, we bring them forward, bring the stomach in, and stretch, expand as much as possible. Inhale, following the rhythm of your breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, chest forward, shoulders back, elbows closer to the ribs. Exhale, extend the arms, stomach in, middle to back, towards the back. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Good, and then come back towards the center, roll the shoulders back and down. Good, and another 3 times forward. Good, and then just relax them. So another important stretch, as we said, the neck is always going to be very sensitive. So especially if we tend to have tension around the neck or the upper back or even the shoulders, or that area that connects the neck with the upper back, sometimes it all comes from the same place. So when we're trying to stretch, there's in lots of occasions perhaps they've told you to do this and pull, and that is something that we should not do. I have mentioned this before, but I still seen it in different classes, different sessions that I go to or that I take my son to. So when we want to stretch the neck needs to be supported for the rest of the upper body, at least if we are sitting. And it's good that we're sitting rather than standing, so we can control the movement a little bit better. So what we need to see is when we stretch the arm, we can reach up as much as we can, so we can keep it nice and active. The shoulder, the upper back is active, and then as we go towards the side, as a way of allowing the neck to stretch on that side, the part that needs to have the deeper stretch is not the neck, but is here, towards the ribs. So pushing from the opposite side and then feeling the deeper stretch around there, around the ribs, around the middle back, on that side. If you feel it more on the neck or on the upper back, then we're doing something wrong. The stretch needs to be just gentle, so we can breathe nice and long, and then we can allow that tightness to be reduced, to soften. Good, and then inhaling. Once the body is still engaged, then we come back to center, and then we release. Exhale. Let's do the other side. Inhaling, bring the arm up, reaching up as much as you can, and then lean to the side. That arm can be just resting on the side, whatever is possible for you, so you can deepen on that side stretch and keep stretching that arm nice and active, spreading the fingers, and then allow the head to hand towards the side without pulling, without forcing. It's not about how further to the side we can reach. It's not going to help with the stretch, with feeling better. It's more about how much we can stretch the rest of the body. Good. And then with the next inhalation, come back to center. Keep the arms nice and active. And then in the center, you can lower it down, exhale. Good, so let's just bring the arms up. Inhale, 3 rounds of arms raising, exhaling, lowering. And again, here I remind always stretching the arms, arching the spine, the last thing the neck, exhaling. And it's the same principle. The movement gets deeper from the middle of the spine, from the chest, and the upper back is active so we can protect the neck. Good, and then bring the chin to the chest, relax the shoulders, and look towards the front. So in the same way that to protect the neck, we need to engage the shoulders, to protect the lower back when we are doing this kind of stretches, when we're moving so much the spine, and we're bringing the weight back, then we need to do the same. So we already bringing the focus on the chest, on the rib cage, bringing it forward, opening the heart center, bringing the shoulders back. But another thing that we tend not to engage with, and that is, I think, more normal, is to bring the attention towards the tailbone. So it's not just about bringing the shoulders back and the chest forward and then leaving this completely loose, because if it's loose as we lean back and you have any problems on the lower back, then that is not protected. So the way that we need to do it is bringing the tailbone back as well. So it's not just the shoulders, but it's also the tailbone and the chest forward. Yes, so if we just bring the chest forward, there's no engagement here. This is completely loose. Yeah, and it can go straight there, which is very normal. And then just as we bring and deepen the hips back, the shoulders back, then everything is engaged. So let's do 3 rounds of breath now with arching the, with raising the arms, but arching the spine, bringing also the tailbone back. So bring the hands down, relax the shoulders, and then inhale and bring the arms all the way up, tailbone back, and then exhaling, lowering down. Following the rhythm of your breath, inhaling, stretch the arms, chest forward, engaging, tailbone back, exhaling, lowering down, aligning the spine, relax the shoulders. Good, and then one more inhale, and exhale. Good, and then we're going to bring the right hand on the left knee and the other one around. Just with the back of the hand or holding on the top of the thigh if it reaches, and bringing the top shoulder down so we can lengthen there. And again, yes, we want to look back, but it's not about how much further back we can look. It's more about where do we need to feel the twist. We don't need to feel the twist on the neck as much. Where we need to feel it again is on the middle of the spine. And as we twist with the shoulders also, then we can feel it around the middle of the shoulder blades. But the deepest one should be in the middle of the spine, middle of the back. And then we can bring the chin down and look slightly back if it feels good. And a way of noticing this is deepening your breath. So a deep breath in and out. And notice where is that deep breath, that inhalation. Noticing, inhaling, bring the arms up. And exhaling, lowering down. And then the other side. And if one side is a little bit more challenging than the other one, or a little bit easier, then just adapt to it. Use your arms, lower the shoulder blades at the front, feel the twist from the middle. Relax the jaw. If it's difficult to notice where is it happening, apart from the deep breath in and out, you can close your eyes, bring the gaze up. With the next inhalation, coming back to center, inhale and bring the arms all the way up. And exhaling, lowering down. Good, and then we stretch the legs. And as always, create some movement. Move your toes, bounce them, shake them. And then we lay down on the mat. Bring the stomach in, the feet hip width apart and flat on the mat. Good, and then stretch the arms in T-shape, nice and wide. Shoulder blades pressing down on the mat, stomach in, fingertips pressing down also, and then bring the knees towards the chest and rock side to side, but just slowly massaging the lower back. So here again, for rocking, we want to have the movement more towards the middle part of the spine. So because we've been working on that area today, especially, then we allow it to soften. If we bring the knees too close to the chest, then we're working more towards the lower back. But the twists, then they're a little bit more difficult to keep the shoulders pressing down. So just make sure that you feel that stretch, that you bring the knees side to side as you are warmed up now. Perhaps keeping the knees together, try to go all the way towards one side and then to the other. Being gentle with the neck. You can just be looking up or looking to opposite sides as you bring the knees to the sides. Good. And then coming back to center and bringing the legs all the way up, the chin to the chest. And here another example that when we do leg raising, if we have the upper back, the shoulders, the arms, the fingers well spread, nice and active, then the core would be active, much easier. And then when we raise the legs up and down, then the movement is more supported. So rather than feeling the work on the hips, we need to be feeling the work in the whole upper body, arms included. Apart from the neck, everything needs to be engaged. So with the legs up, the toes pointing, now we're going to really slowly flex the ankles and start lowering all the way down towards the mat. Taking your time, relaxing the neck, pressing down. Good, and then inhaling, keeping the ankles flexed, bend the knees and bring the legs all the way up. Breaking down the movement and bringing the toes pointing. You're going to do that twice more. So flex the ankles and slowly start lowering down. Very slowly. Keep pressing with the core, with the shoulders, with the arms. Good. And then point with the toes, inhaling, bring the knees up, legs up. Good. And then flex, exhaling, slowly, lowering down. Good. And then inhaling, toes pointing as you bring the legs up. And then open wide, bend the knees and happy baby, holding on your feet or your ankles or your shins, whatever is comfortable for you. So we don't bring any tension on the neck. You can bring the chin to the chest. And if there's too much tension on the back of the leg, then just soften onto the stretch. And rocking side to side will help us to reduce that stiffness on the hips, distracting the mind just slightly so we can deepen onto that hip stretch. Okay, and then coming back towards the center, bringing the feet together and down on the mat, rolling towards the right side, and then using your arms to bring you up to tabletop. Tuck the toes under and bring yourself into a downward facing dog. Bend the knees one at a time. The neck is soft, the elbows soft also. The upper back relaxed, the hips to the back, the knees bent as much as you need to. But if you don't feel any stretch on the back of the legs, then straighten them a little bit. If as you straighten them, you feel too much weight on the hands, then bend them a little bit more. Finding that space where you can feel lighter, more balanced, stomach in. And then bend the knees. You can even bring the heels off the floor and start walking back with the hands, coming onto a forward fold. Holding opposite elbows, bend the knees, bring the arms behind the head, lengthen the spine, and then inhaling, start coming up to standing, knees soft. And then inhaling, open the arms, looking up, and exhaling, bring them all the way down. Good. And then from there, just shake the legs, the arms, loosen up. Then grab your blanket to get ready for that Savasana, always well deserved. And using this as self-care, even like a mini retreat for the body, sending some love to each part of the body before you start relaxing, stretching the legs, stretching the arms. Close your eyes. And if you feel that you need to do any adjustments, place a pillow under the knees to be more comfortable. Try not to use a pillow under the head if you can help them. Feeling warm, feeling relaxed. Allowing your whole body to completely rest. It's allowed to rest. It's a must to let go, to be present without doing, just being. Relaxing the face muscles, keeping the gaze up, relaxing the jaw and the root of your tongue. Letting go the control of the breath, surrendering to the present moment. and then staying there for another 2 to 3 minutes, enjoying that space that you've created of acceptance, self-love, trust. And if the mind gets distracted at any point, same as in meditation, then we just bring the awareness to that third eye or the tip of the nose and back to our breathing without controlling it, just having the mind to that one point so we can stay there for a bit longer. And you can do your meditation afterwards in that laying down position or preferably sitting upright. Have a lovely day and I'll see you tomorrow.